Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Welcome to February 11th and another edition of Dr. C's Corner. Couldn't think of a better title, but if you have any suggestions, trust me, I'm on to them. Let me know. Anyway, thanks for subscribing. And if you haven't yet, give it a shot, subscribe, because I'm getting some good feedback on the topics that I'm throwing at everybody each and every week. This started when the pandemic first started. Really, just to let you know that there are people behind the keyboards that really do care about your learning experience and support. And again, on behalf of your fantastic criminal justice faculty and advising, welcome again and thanks for all that you're doing right now. It's not easy, is it? In the online environment, not, time management, all these things we've talked about. Something I want to talk about today kind of relates to me, and I'm sure a lot of you and a lot of the students that I've taught over the years find themselves in these confounding situations uh, based upon perfectionism. But before I do that, I want to read you a quote that I heard from Joe Theismann, the retired great NFL quarterback. I was in on a professional development seminar, and he was a keynote speaker a few days ago. And this is really good. This is for everyone, faculty, etc. People don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. I thought that was really, really cool. So people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Isn't that true, right? It's not your resume, it's your heart. And compassion always drives content. Compassion for learning drives student or learner success. But there are things that get in our way, and there's always going to be these obstacles. And if it was easy, anyone could do it. But on behalf of people who are or claim to be perfectionists, let me give you some tidbits that I pulled down from a great article in the Harvard Business Review. And this is about helping managing the other issue, which a lot of us do, especially learners, right? Tendency to overthink everything, right? Oh, and then next thing you know, your cognitive load is collapsing on you. You're exhausted, and you're behind, you don't get things done, the goals aren't met, and that's frustrating, especially, for yourself. You're at the university level. You're all very bright, intelligent, and driven people who want to succeed. So let me give you some of the tidbits. I don't claim ownership. This came from a great article, but nonetheless, perfectionism is one of the biggest blockers to swift, effective decision making because it operates on faulty all or nothing thinking, right? Isn't that true? I've got to get it all done. For example, perfectionism can lead you to believe that if you don't make the correct choice, as if there's only one right option, right? Then you are a failure. Fear of failure scares people away from greatness. I've seen it. It's hard. Learning is risky, isn't it? It's fearful. Am I going to be able to succeed? You never know until you try, but you can be scared off by that if you have that perfectionist attitude that if I can't get it all done, I can't do it at all. So, or that you must know everything, anticipate every eventuality, and have a thorough plan in place before making a move. Trying to weigh every possible outcome and consideration is paralyzing. So, the author says to curb this tendency, ask yourself questions like this: which decision will have the biggest positive impact on my top priorities? The second one, of all the possible people I could please or displease, which one or two people do I at least want to disappoint? What is one thing I could do today that would bring me closer to my goal? Based on what I know and the information I have at this moment, what's the best next step? And the author concludes this segment of this article by saying this: after all, it's much easier to wrap your head around and take action towards a single step, or single next step, I should say, rather than trying to project months or years into the future. Now, I know we've touched on this before, talking about chunking out your assignments. It's easier to eat an elephant one bite at a time and all that sort of thing. But I thought I would return to this because, I'm teaching now, and on behalf of all the faculty and all of you learners here, we know that some of us, and maybe a lot of us, that we have this overwhelming issue that, creates that overthinking, and we're not going to get things done. So plan your week as always. This is redundant. Strategize, make those questions work for you, and build the business of you. I hope you enjoy this particular segment. Again, hit subscribe if you'd like to continue on with the dialogue. Feedback and questions and help is always available. J.czarnec at snhu.edu. And then once again, on behalf of your incredible faculty and advisors, etc., have a great week and a great safe weekend.